Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of JB Saltwater Fish Tank and Friends. We are in my van and I have my youngest son with me, Trey, and we are on the way to go pick up the stand for the Spartans.
Hi.
So, we're just pulling out. The reason I'm doing this video is because I wanted to talk about a few things before we got to see the stand. First things first, the reason we didn't build the stand. I actually have my two very good friends, Tommy and Eddie. You can see their videos on Tank War, on my channel, and everything like that. And Thomas Brown's channel, Tank Wars. There you can see of their tanks and how much work and love they put into the hobby, just like me. What happened is they both offered to help me build a stand, like we normally do on most of our builds when we have time and we can put in a whole lot of effort. This was one of those stands that I actually wanted to build, but due to time constraints, being the fact that obviously you guys know I run deep reef water along with my partner, and I also have on the introduction video I did basically a list of everything that I wanted to go in the tank. Maybe here or there I'll tweak the list eventually, but for right now, that list is that list. This is gonna be a long build. It's not a 52 weeks of reefing type of build like Bulk Reef Supply did, but this is gonna be a long build as, like I said, I got a lot of time constraint going on. So I'm not gonna be dedicating every single day like I would. We'll be getting to the store in like the next 15 minutes or so. So once we get there, you know, I'll take a few pictures and then I'll show you guys the stand, and we'll meet the staff at the store that we're going to if they don't want to act bashful and shy today. But thank you guys, and we'll be back. So, all right. So these are the stands. We'll look at them. These are the stands that I'm talking about. I think they're like the Royal Edition. I forgot, or the Grand Crown Edition is what they call them. Basically, they have a lip on the top. You can hide away the trim. And then it has the frames on the side, the door. Mine comes with 3 doors. That's the birch wood right there. You can kind of see the grain. So Trey wants us to see the fish, so let's go see the fish. It's above ground pond that they have. And they have they got a clown there. Nice. Yeah. I always wanted to do this. This is one of the projects that I've been thinking about. I really like this whole fluval or a canister filter with like a bucket to convert to filter out the system. But it works. Hey, I ain't complaining. Water's clear as day here. So, and this is like a little tiki hut that's indoors, so pretty cool. All right, so we'll walk to the back of the store. Hey, what's going on, bro? Hey, I'm here to pick up the stand in the back. Yeah. So, Beverly's Pet Center carries a bunch of different stuff. They used to be more aquatic. Now they moved the aquatic section to the right, and then this is like all, I guess, dry storage. They're, I guess, trying to make the store more diverse, which, you know, it is what it is. a lot of people are leaning towards online stores now. That's why it's highly important to purchase at your local. Yeah. That's it, bro. This is a stand right here. As you can see, it's that dark color. Like I said, it comes espresso, nice and neat, very custom, pre-wrapped, fabricated, and everything. I brought Trey as some labor. So nice top stand. It's a solid piece, so that's great. You know, you can cut out your own holes. They expect you to do it because they don't know where your overflows are or if it's even custom. So I like that. The piece comes apart, and they have screws at the top here where you just unscrew the screws, and then you can pull this top piece out and notch it. And then they already pre-stained it, so all you got to do is screw it back in the location, which is nice. There's 3 doors. One opens on its own, and then these 2 open very wide, so you can fit the sump into the stand. There's no side doors on this one, which is one of the what I had previously wanted. And also on the back, as you can see, it has the bracings to make sure that this holds all the weight. I'm pretty sure that tank is at like 600 pounds or something to that effect. So we'll definitely have a couple people help us when we're gonna load it on the stand. So let's go ahead and get it loaded on the truck, and we'll continue later. So I was gonna film us getting this bad boy in the back of the van. As you can see, saltwater rushes the shit out of vans. I actually have to go get this one restored and probably a lot of the metal removed. It's gonna cost me a pretty penny, but I love this van because I have a super freaking excellent engine that I put in here with transmission, bulletproof transmission. Transmission probably cost me like $5,000, but it's the best transmission I've ever had. But as you can see, we put the stand in there. It was only 3 of us. Wasn't as heavy as I thought it would be. That espresso wood came out really nice. You can actually see all the wood grain as stated. It's going into a dark room, so what happened is most of the time when you look at it, you'll think it's black, and so you actually hit it with some light, and that'll bring texture and finesse to the stand. So we're loaded, we're ready to go. So thank you guys. We'll make it home, see if we can get it set in place, and then we'll work on cutting out the holes. So appreciate it. Don't you love it when you come home and the birds are chirping and you have a new project on the horizon? It's amazing. So all right, so we're here at the front of the house looking at the stand. Unfortunately, it's just me here right now. So I do have a couple buddies that'll be coming over, but it's tomorrow. So I can either leave it in the truck and make sure it doesn't get any type of damage whatsoever, which is what I'm hoping for. Yeah. So but I really want to just take a look at it and review everything to make sure that I don't have any nooks or anything on it that I wasn't aware of. It would be easy enough for me to get into the garage by myself. That's no big deal. It's just to get into the house, I'd have to go through my gate over there, or through my front door, and then lift it very high to get over this, like I guess separation in the house to get it to where I wanted to go. More than likely I'm gonna have to go through the back gate and then go through the sliding glass door to get into place. As you guys know, this is pretty wide stand, so plus with the crown molding on there, it takes up a lot of space. So you know, we'll get into it. So I'll let you guys know exactly what I do to figure it out, and you'll see it, I guess, put in place once it's done. So all right, we'll see. So let's talk about some things for a second. First things first is the garage. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna put the stand in the garage. So I walked over here and I looked at the space, and I realized something. My garage is already a fish tank in itself. There's no more space. I got the bikes over here, the generator, the tank that I had to take out of my van to put in
the stand. I have the other two tanks for holding water. I have my frag tank for the shows, and then I have this tank right here. Then I have wheels and tires on the back, and then I also have the Spartan sitting on the floor. Don't want to show that to you just yet. Realized something, I didn't have any space, but I do have a dolly that does 660 pounds, that has big 4-inch wheels, and I have a secondary dolly that has the same size wheels. Then I realized something, hey, I can just use both dollies, put the stand on the dolly, and roll it through the grass with a little. Now, in order to get this tank into place, there was a couple things we had to do. As you can see in the grass, there's like the wheel marks. So what happened is I measured the gate, made sure it was the correct size. Obviously most gates are, but you always want to check just in case, because you don't want to damage the stand. Went into the back, the soccer goal. And what happened is we had to go through this little area. We didn't adjust the soccer goal. Actually, the lawn guys did when they cut the grass, but they didn't put it back. Kind of upset at how my lawn was cut, because as you can see, I think they did it while it was still raining, and you see these big ass clumps in my grass, which is killing it, which is fine, because I mean it was brought back to life. I have a decent sized garage, yard. You know, that's why we have the soccer goal. I was thinking about putting 2 of them, but that ain't happened yet. So all right, so here we go. We came in here through the sliding glass door, and there she is. There's the stand. This is exactly where it's going. You know, minus if we have to do the floors or we're doing any other updates or whatever. Now, the purpose of this, like I told you guys, is that you know, the whole trifecta thing or whatever. So this is going to be my separation. So if my family's on this side of the house, you know, all you see is tank. You don't see anything, you know, and we can have fun, chill, whatever, you know. So I'm backing up from this. Whoops. I'm gonna get in trouble for that. So, thank you, Trey. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. So, we have the Spartan over here. We have Xerxes over. We have the 300 over here. We have, which is the Spartan. Excuse me. I have lost my day. So you have the Spartan, the 300. You have Xerxes. You know. You have Xerxes. There's the Spartan. And then there is King Leonidas. So I can't wait, because it's going to be a beauty. So as you guys can see, the stand's in place. It is huge, but it doesn't make the room look too bad. I mean, the wall that it's going against is a pretty high wall. You know, hold on, Trey. We're going to work on the decor first. And like I said, I'm not sure if we're going to do the floors first or whatever, but this is a project in the works. This is going to be pretty cool, because now you could sit here and see 100% reef. And as deep as this tank is, it really makes a beaut to look at. So I'm gonna enjoy this. So you guys stay tuned. It's always a pleasure, and then I will see you on the next one.